So this is our last night at the last campground, Netarts Bay, and just some of the pictures we got while the sun was setting. Just really pretty, and it was kind of a hey, go check the sunset because we hadn't had them for a while. And then this is somewhere we stopped on the way to Seaside, and this is I think you said Three Graces Rocks?
The Three Graces.
Yep. And this is driving through Rockaway Beach, where a friend of mine used to live.
And then I caught this picture of that duck or whatever it was taking off from the water. I can't tell from this picture. Another neat little town. Don't know what the name of this one is, but it was real nice. It's kind of between the two towns is what it was.
Right. They're only about an hour apart.
Not even an hour.
Right, true.
And just beautiful water, rivers going through here.
Kind of what I expected Oregon to look like.
Yeah. I don't know how they get to that house.
They walk.
Again, it's just another little pretty scenery there that we took some pictures of. And then I told Jen, I'm going to tell you how dangerous it was for me to climb high on the top of that tree to take that picture for you.
Or on top of the wall.
Okay, I was standing on the rock.
And that was just a cool shot.
And this was a nice beach, and that would have been a pretty shot, but there was people had a table set up under that cave there and picnicking. Was that Cannonball Beach or
Cannon Beach?
Cannon Beach.
Yep. And we think this is where part of the Goonies was filmed. Oh, not
That's Haystack. You thought that was Haystack.
Well, Haystack is in the Goonies also.
Okay, so that was before these, and yes. These are the ones that is Haystack. It's supposed to be part of the Goonies. There's your three rocks.
Yes,
that was
I think this was in the Goonies, yeah. And then this is in downtown Seaside.
And then this is our new campsite for the next 3 or 4 days.
Yep.
And we almost got to park next to the river for $8 or $9 more per night. And you can see the river there. But
not from the campsite.
This is how much grass it is behind the campsite, and they happen to have a mowed area, not where our camp would have been, but you couldn't have seen the river for the weeds anyway. So we elected to just move up front and make it easy on us.
Yep. Hey, so we thought we would do a half trip review.
There you go.
We are about 25 miles from home where we sit.
You said 25.
Again, 2,500 miles from home. It is not the farthest that we will be. We are currently in Seaside, Oregon, and when we're the farthest, we'll be up somewhere in Washington, I think, about 35 miles, 500 miles from home. We have been to 22 campgrounds, and we've got 21 to go. Sorry, I made notes. We've stayed 55 nights and have 49 nights to go.
Yep. So we're on our way back home.
Essentially, depending on how you look at it.
We got to go up to get there, but we're on our way back home.
Yes, yes. We've seen forest and mountains and deserts. We've seen it all.
Sand and wind. We actually had wind the other night again at the beach. It's so bad. It felt like being back in Texas or Quartzsite.
Yeah.
It was so bad. And but we've seen a lot and a lot of coast.
Yes.
And had it been warmer, we've been in the 50s at night and 68 in the daytime. But when the wind blows, it actually gets cold in the daytime. You walk around, you can't wear shorts, but you got a long sleeve shirt and a jacket usually when you get out of the van.
Yep, yep. We've met some amazing people on this trip. You know, we've gotten phone numbers, and we'll probably stay in touch with most of them. Really enjoyed meeting the people at the campground. Raymond's only told his story once. Just kidding.
Just once from the start day till now. It's still going.
At least once a day.
Okay.
Anyway, the camper has been great. We are figuring out what we will do next time, how we will do things differently.
Yep.
But we haven't run out of room.
Right. Matter of fact, we started off with everything felt like it was full. I thought we have no room for anything.
Yeah. And
then we said, okay, I'm going to repack. And I repacked under my bed, and I had like twice as much room. I had empty space. And then I redid my cabinets. Instead of rolling the clothes, flattening the clothes, and it just seemed like it gave me twice as much room.
It was. I told him, I said, every time you rearrange your clothes, I said, you find room.
Every time I repack or redo, I find more room.
Yep. We each brought about 3 weeks worth of clothes, and we could have brought, a week worth of clothes because we've done laundry enough.
We do laundry. We hit the laundry mats.
Yep.
And it's cheap enough. I mean,
More
$2.50 for a washer and $2 for a dryer.
Yeah.
You can't beat that.
We've done laundry a lot more than I thought we would. I expected we'd do it twice on the whole trip, and we've done it 4 or 5 times.
At least. Yeah.
The meals, we've kind of gotten those kind of down pat. We do a lot of canned stuff.
Little dinner things, little dinner trays.
Yep, I found a soup that I like.
We eat out at least once a day somewhere because we want to experience the local meals too. So if we don't do a lunch, we'll do a supper.
Right.
And yeah.
What else? The van's done great.
Yeah, you said that.
The engine. Well, I was talking about the engine. Has been fabulous.
Knock on wood.
No.
Okay.
We love the van.
Yeah, we do.
It's
done great.
And it went up a hill today that.
Oh yeah. Speaking of going up a hill, she don't like going up these real steep hills or going down real steep hills. Well, guess what? She took me up a road up a real steep hill, real steep, just to try to find a friend of hers where she used to live in this town years ago.
Yes.
And it felt like being back in San Francisco on one of those steep hills.
Now, to be fair, I did tell him he did not have to go up that hill.
Yeah, but after we got up there, she said, "Oh, it's
not
street,
that bad.
It's 13th Street. It's not anywhere near here. We got to go. We got to go 3 miles down the road."
We were completely on the wrong road.
Yeah, we just had to take a U-turn or a turn up there to go up that big steep hill and come back down.
Yeah.
Probably the only steep hill in town.
But we went.
We went. Camper went up great, no problem. Just a little slow and easy.
Yep.
But it was a steep hill.
Yep. Gas prices here are cheaper than they were, of course, in California.
Right.
Apparently, they have special taxes on gas.
Yeah. Food. There's no food tax here in Oregon.
Right. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yep.
What would you have changed about the trip?
I probably wouldn't have planned it specific to the campsites like we did.
Okay.
Like you said, next time you started out, you might wing it.
Yes. So when I planned this trip, I planned the route, and then I planned the campgrounds, and then I picked what we were going to do. And some of that worked out, and some of it didn't. There might be a state recreation area that I had planned on going to, and we didn't go because there wasn't really anything to do there, or we drove through it, and it took 5 minutes instead of 2 hours. So I think especially as far as that goes, I might pick out major stuff that I want to do. That said, had I not done it the way I did, I wouldn't have known how long we needed to stay where. So,
That's part of it. We have met a lot of people who don't know where they're staying tonight.
Yes.
They're still on the road driving, and they'll pull into a campground. A lot of them will stick, "Hey, we got these spots vacant in the campground. Pick one and come to see us in the office in the morning."
Yep.
And that, of course, I'm sure it's the time of the year.
Maybe.
School just got out, and we'll see. You may change this by the end of the trip.
Right.
It may be a different story, so we'll see.
The last trip I planned it the same way I did this trip, and we may do another month-long trip somewhere, and we may just wing it. We'll just see.
Winging it near us is different than winging it out here.
Right, yes.
Yeah, this place is loaded with campground and RV parks.
That is absolutely true.
You can't drive a mile without passing 3 RV camps.
Especially back where we were just, I can't remember where we were, just the last town. Netarts. There were all kinds of campgrounds and RV stores and service places. And
speaking of Netarts, I called it. I know the best place to get the not French fries, but what?
Oh, the tater tots.
Tater tots.
Tater tots. The upstairs bar and grill.
Oh man, they had the best. Jen wasn't gonna eat any. I had her taste one, and she ate half my plate of tater tots.
I did. And then the second time he got them, they were actually a little different. He didn't think so, but I asked.
They were good.
I asked the waitress about it, and she said that the chef actually puts Cajun seasoning on their tater tots, and I said, tell him to keep doing that.
It was great.
It was good.
I think we're going to end it here for tonight. Yep. For this, and we may do a 3/4 video.
We'll see.
We'll see.
I almost didn't get this done. So.
That's right. All right, later. If you enjoyed our video, please select the subscribe and the like button below. To get to our next video, select one of the tabs. Comments are always welcome.